you like a spicy hot curry that's not over the top, then you want to give this recipe today a try. I'm going to be making a Lamb Madras from my cookbook, The Curry Guy Bible. All right, so let's get started. As you can see, I've got my ingredients here all laid out. That's a good idea when you're doing curry house style curries because you're gonna be able to cook them up in about 10 minutes. So just get all your stuff together so you're not running around looking for things. I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of rapeseed oil to this. Now you could use ghee, you could use another vegetable oil, whatever you feel like. It just needs to have a good high smoking point so you're not burning it. Something like olive oil won't do. All right, so what I want to do now is I'm going to add, I've got some Kashmiri chilies. I'm going to add those to the pan, and also a couple of bruised cardamom pods. And I'll just stir those around until they begin to sizzle. And they're beginning to sizzle now, I can hear them. Just so you know, I'm cooking this curry today with Tandoori lamb. I use one of my Tandoori marinades, and you got it right here, cooking away in the tandoor there. But you could use barbecued Tandoori lamb. You could also cook it in a pan. You probably want to pre-cook it because it being lamb, it does take a little bit longer to cook than chicken, so you want it to be nice and tender. Okay, so I've got those going in there. I'm going to go ahead and add some chilies. Now the amount of chilies you add, I'm adding about 2 finely chopped bird's eye chilies. You can use whatever you like. You could add more, you can add less. And to that, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of garlic and ginger paste. There we are. Let all those flavors get to know each other. And then we're going to add the spices, which are chili powder, ground coriander, cumin, a little bit of turmeric, and also some mixed powder, which is a curry house style curry powder. You could also use Madras curry powder. I'm gonna add all those to it. Yeah. Stir that all in. And because I don't want my spices to burn, I'm gonna go ahead, just let them kind of sizzle there for a couple seconds, and then I'm gonna add some tomato puree. There we are. Okay, I've added quite a lot of chili powder to this, so I'm starting to feel it in my throat. This is good, that's what you want. But be warned. Now to this, I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the base sauce. And the rule with base sauce is, in all my recipes on my blog and also in my on my channel and everything, I do say roughly how much base sauce to put into your pan. But the rule is, if your pan's looking dry, add some more sauce. If it's looking too liquidy, just cook it down. It cooks down very quickly. To this, I want to add some smooth mango. That's going to give it a sweet flavor. So when I first moved to the UK, about 35 years ago now, I was taken out for a curry. Let's go ahead and put some of this meat in. And I was explained how the curries are different. So you'd have a lamb curry, which is just a normal lamb curry. You might have a Madras, which is a bit spicier. And you have a Vindaloo, which is a bit spicier than that. And also the fowl. And that was the only difference. So the more spicy you wanted it, the more chili powder they would add. And some places still do that. But for the most part, they've tried to give each of these curries their own flavor. So a lamb curry should taste different to a Madras. And a Madras is usually sweet and a little bit sour and nice, has a nice bite to it. So they're not just different because of how much chili is in it. They're different because different things are added. And in this case, we got this mango. I've also seen lime pickle added, either with the mango or instead of, and that gives it still a little bit of a sweet flavor, but it's also a bit more of a bite as well. All right, this is looking so nice. I'm gonna add a little bit more here. Now you have it. This is Madras. Lamb Madras. Add any meat you like to it. You could add paneer to it instead of the lamb. You could add a tandoori chicken instead of the lamb. It's all up to you. The most important thing is that you make yourself the Madras sauce, and then you'll have a Madras no matter what you add to it. I want to show this to you. Around the sides, the sauce is caramelizing to the side of the pan. That's a good thing. You want to scrape that back into the curry. You add some more of this sauce. Actually, I need a little bit more than that. There we are. So you really, when you're cooking these curries, like I said, they take about 10 minutes. You don't need to stir very much from the bottom. They're not going to burn. I've done this enough time. It's not going to burn at the bottom in 10 minutes. But you do want to make sure you're getting around the side and getting that caramelized bit back into the sauce. Add a little bit now of salt, because I know it's going to need it, and just a pinch of garam masala to go over the top. There we are. We got ourselves a Madras in minutes. There you go. I'm gonna have to give this a try. This is the one I really wanted to make today. I'm looking forward to it. That is so good. That's a Madras. There you have it. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you do give this Lamb Madras a try. Like I say, it's in my book, The Curry Guy Bible, and it's also right here in the video, and you'll also find the same recipe on my blog. Thank you very much, and until next time, see you later. Thanks. This Madras curry offers robust flavors and a perfect balance of heat, tanginess, and rich spices that all team so beautifully well with the flavor of the lamb. The tender meat absorbs the bold aromatic sauce, creating a dish that's both comforting and intensely satisfying. Give this one a try soon.